Welcome to February 2022's Battle of the Believability. We got 4 episodes this time, which I knew was going to be the usual, not like last time where it was just literally picking the top and the bottom. So what do we do? What is this? One, if you want to listen to the episodes in their 35 to 55 minute range, check out Believe in the Bizarre on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher. What do you got?
Podbean,
iHeartRadio.
Get out of my head. Pandora.
We were missing on Pandora for a second, but we came back for them.
Google Podcast.
Yes. So what we do in every episode, if you don't listen and you're finding out about us now, at the end of every episode, we put each topic on a believability scale between believable, viable, skeptical, and unbelievable. Well, now we're looking at every episode each month, and we're going to rank them in terms of most believable to most unbelievable. Middle ones, yeah, you're including the ranking, but you kind of go off into the ether. However, every month we are going to take the most believable episodes and the most unbelievable. End of the year, we are going to decide on the most believable episode topic we've done for the whole year and the most unbelievable. The walk of shame, so to speak. Very shameful.
So, with that being said, let's break down our episodes for this month.
Right. So a little bit more information. We got the Honey Island Swamp Monster, which is essentially Nolan's Bigfoot. It's down in the swamp area. He's got like gray, brown fur lurking around.
He's out there, yeah.
Eating crawfish.
Or New Orleans if you're not from there, or Tyler.
Wearing a Drew Brees jersey because he doesn't have a... what's the guy's name? You know who I'm talking about.
Not a clue. Tom Brady?
Nope. The guy that's not really a quarterback. Hit us up in the comments. You know who I'm talking about. I keep wanting to say Drew Lock, but that's not it. He's Denver. It's the guy that... They had Jameis Winston, but they had the other guy. Doesn't matter. Tell me about Annabelle.
You know who doesn't play for the New Orleans Saints?
Annabelle.
Annabelle does not. Annabelle is the haunted doll that is from the movie The Conjuring. She now has a couple of her own movies. And I would say she's the crown jewel of the Warrens Museum.
I would agree with that. You're right. I like how she has her own movies now. She has her own Red Walk of Fame behind Patrick Wilson. And we have La Lechuza, which somebody properly said, hey, you know what? In Spanish, the Z makes a S sound. So from henceforth, I will say La Lechuza properly. What is that? So that is a Mexican folktale urban legend about this half-woman, half-owl entity. It wants to hunt you down and kill you.
Yeah. But also, it's an owl.
It is an owl. Half owl, half woman.
And lastly, we talked about the fairies. Not Irish fae, but we talked about little green things with wings. Like Tinkerbell.
Green things and wings. Green things and wings.
Wings and things.
Wings and things. It's like a little restaurant. It's like you'd sell, like, it'd be fairy themed, right? And you'd have like little wings that'd be like fairy size. It'd be like, you have to get like 20 of them.
Yeah.
You couldn't just get like a few.
For a nickel.
What meat would you put in there though?
Well, maybe like frog.
Frog legs.
Or lobster.
Lobster, now that's expensive there.
Yeah.
So, again, we are ranking these from most believable to most unbelievable. What is your initial gut instinct right now? Let's go with most believable. Out of these 4, which one strikes you as most believable?
My gut instinct is... Go ahead.
I got 2, but no, I literally asked you. I'm not going to ask you and then answer.
Okay.
I might, but...
Maybe Annabelle, because it's well, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty popular. But it's also something that really scares me, is possession and that kind of entity.
With like being a conduit and a doll. I mean, dolls are freaky. The way you feel about little girls is kind of how I feel about dolls.
Yeah, you can't trust a little girl.
Or a little girl doll. That's kind of bad news. Honey Island Swamp Monster is interesting because I already kind of believe in the idea of a Bigfoot. So it's kind of like, if you believe in Bigfoot and you believe New Orleans exists, just put them together. But it does feel like more of a Pacific Northwest thing.
For some reason, I don't believe in Bigfoot as much.
Really?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. If I had to guess, I picture Honey Island not being 1 or 4 in most believable or most unbelievable. I picture it being somewhere in the middle.
In the middle. Definitely.
Now, La Lechuza, I don't know why, because the idea of a half woman, half owl, it seems unbelievable, but when we did the episode and did the research and heard the experiences, it kind of resonated with me.
There was compelling evidence there.
Yeah. You know what there wasn't compelling evidence for? Fairies. Maybe I'm just biased. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that believe in fairies. I'll just be upfront. Right now, for me, most unbelievable to feels like fairies.
I put believable for fairies, but I really enjoy the stories. I'm biased.
Yeah.
I'm biased.
So which one do you want to narrow in first? You want to narrow in on most believable or most unbelievable?
Let's do the bottom.
The bottom?
Yeah.
My vote is fairies. Probably fairies, dude. I know you feel passionately about them, so you don't have to agree with me. You just might have to agree with me.
Even though I am biased, I can recognize that. I think they probably are the most outlandish. So I think I vote fairies as well.
Yeah. So fairies. Sorry, you've just been now added to our most unbelievable. Now, Lechuza, half woman, half owl. I feel like it's a hard sell. But let's skip the middle. Actually, let's do the top, and then we'll kind of let the middle figure itself out. Most believable to me actually is... Now, it's going to be really bad if I look back at my believability scores from when we were doing the podcast, and it completely does not match what we talk about. But, it's all in the moment and how you feel. Right now, I'm probably at the top between Annabelle and Honey Island. Annabelle because, like, spirits, demons, conjuring, like that type of thing, I buy into. And I know you aren't quite as sold as I am, but the idea of a Bigfoot in New Orleans, I can buy into that. Where half woman, half owl. I don't know. I think I said believable though.
You did.
I
know you did.
Where are you at? What do you think?
My highest is viable for
any of these.
No, Lechuza.
Oh, okay.
I gave Honey Island Swamp Monster and Annabelle. I give them both a skeptical.
Oof.
For some reason, I know Annabelle right now is my top. But I don't know, something about the Honey Island I don't buy.
Do you want to put Honey Island 3? Yeah. You did let me put fairies at the bottom, so I will give you give you that.
Put that monster down.
So there. I feel like instead of doing top, now we're doing bottom up. So we might as well do it. So now at the bottom we have fairies, and second to last, third total we have Honey Island Swamp Monster.
The only reason I would say Annabelle would be my second is because the personal stories were kind of lacking.
Yeah,
except for that one girl that wrote that article.
Yeah, like Megan or something.
I don't remember
something.
Her name.
You know who you are out there. We know who you are. We just don't know your name. Yeah, no, I can see that. But it also, I guess, can you blame Annabelle for not having the opportunity? Because I feel like once the Warrens took her,
she was in a box.
Yeah, it's like, what can she do? She's like, I'm trying to get all the encounters I can while being in a box, and I still have a couple. It's actually kind of a flex.
She was mostly all her encounters, all her anger was in the road.
Yeah, that's true. When you're driving, you want to be a bicyclist on a very calm street.
Very
with Annabelle.
Passive park.
Where Lechuza,
she came out a driver.
It feels more folk-tale-y.
It does. It does feel like a folk tale. But also, we even got someone that sent us a message that they ran into something very similar.
That's true. But are owls inherently creepy?
Yes.
And they do the neck thing.
They don't have ears.
And like you said, the alien connection, which instantly makes me think of The Fourth Kind, which is an excellent movie.
Yes.
You can watch it wherever you can watch it.
Yeah, owls, I don't know if you know this, they don't have ears.
Really?
And if you lift up their little feather flap, you can see their eyeball.
Ugh.
The back of their eyeball. Fun facts about owls on Believing the Bizarre.
Wow, I might be adding some images right around here. Okay, so I'm trying to think like gut instinct here. Annabelle versus Lechuza. I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay with going Lechuza, Annabelle, Honey Island Swamp Monster, and then fairies.
I'm okay with it too. There's just something about Lechuza which makes you, I don't know, fear it or believe it. Something. There's an X factor.
I think the folklore in itself isn't inherently believable to me because it's imagining both a woman and owl entity.
The
But I mean, it's also the idea was that she was like a witch who like practiced black magic, and when she was killed by the people, she came back. So it's not. It's almost like a revenge thing instead of thinking that there is this physical being naturally on Earth who's half woman, half owl. It's more so this angry, vengeful spirit came back and took on that, which is a badass origin story. I mean, it's sad. And but like you were saying, there's been a flood of encounters where Annabelle is much more narrow in terms of encounters, but also it's been blown up because of movies like The Conjuring and Annabelle.
So anything you might run into might be questionable anyway.
So I'm cool with that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We got La Lechuza, we have Annabelle, Honey Island Swamp Monster, and sorry fairies, but you are joining the Black Stickman phenomenon in the most unbelievable, and we will be seeing you again in December. That was the one we threw.
Yep, December.
Okay. I said that not December, but we did put Black Stickman phenomenon at the bottom, right?
That's right.
All right, I said that very confidently, and then I was starting to walk it back. But let us know in the comments if you agree, which one you would have put first, which one you would have put last. Let us know any of your thoughts, anything like that. If you want to support the podcast, we do have a Patreon. There's a bunch of quizzes, director's cuts, interviews, bonus content. We watch movies together, Netflix party. So check that out. But the podcast itself will always be free.
Don't forget to listen on any podcast player or even here on YouTube.
If you got one of these, you can listen. So stay tuned for next month's Battle of the Believability.